Hey everybody, in this video we're going to discuss hybrid scales made up of mixing modes together. Generally, when we use the term mode mixture, we refer to the compositional process of mixing modes from the major mode with chords from the parallel minor mode. For example, a piece in B flat major might include chords from B flat minor all blended together into a single progression. This is also referred to as borrowed chords. That's not what we're talking about today, though. What we're discussing today is a different type of modal mixture, mixing modes together. Here we're not dealing with chords per se, but we're dealing with blending modes into a single hybrid mode or a hybrid scale. For example, we could mix the Lydian mode with the mixed Lydian mode all into one scale, and this scale can be used as a basis for composition or could be a unique sound within the context of a composition. So let's take a look at how these scales are formed. Okay, in order to understand these hybrid modes, we need to remind ourselves of the modes and the characteristic note of each mode. If you're unfamiliar with the modes, you're going to want to go back and watch the mode videos that I made before. So as we think through the modes, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian, there are 3 of them that are most like major and 4 of them that are most like minor with some deviations. So let's take a look at those. First of all, we have the modes that are most like major, which are the Ionian, and we have the Lydian and the Mixolydian. The Ionian, of course, is major. The Lydian is most like major, but it also has a raised scale degree 4. The Mixolydian is like major with a lowered scale degree 7. And then there are those modes that are most like minor. We have the Dorian, which is like minor, but with a raised 6th. And then we have Phrygian, which is like minor, with a lowered 2nd. And then we have Aeolian, which is the pure minor scale or the natural minor scale. And then we have Locrian, which is like minor with a lowered scale degree 2 and a lowered scale degree 5. So each one of these has a characteristic sound that is like a mode, like the parent mode, like the major with an alteration or the minor with an alteration. So if we want to mix them together, what we're essentially doing is we're mixing up the characteristic sound in each. Like if I wanted to combine Lydian and Mixolydian, I would have a scale that has both of these alterations. Some of these combinations really don't work. Like if I wanted to do a mixture of Ionian and Lydian, I would essentially have Lydian when I got done. So it really is a trivial recycling of the pitches. But if I wanted to combine Lydian and Mixolydian, for example, I can do that. So let me show you that. Let's just put it in the key of F. Let's say I want F, Lydian, Mixolydian. First I'm going to write my F Lydian scale. Lydian is major sharp 4. So let me put it in the key signature of F and then make some alterations to it. So my B flat would need to turn to B natural to make this Lydian. And then to make it Mixolydian, I need to have a lowered 7th, so then I would just put the Mixolydian note in there. So this would be a hybrid of those two, where I have the sharp 4 and the flat 7, the characteristics of both of those modes, and the major 3rd from which they both come from. Another one, let's say we could do Dorian Phrygian. So if we look over at Dorian Phrygian, we can have a minor-ish scale that has both the lowered second and the raised sixth. So let's start on F again, and let's do F Dorian Phrygian. So I'm going to write F to F. And I'm going to go ahead and use the minor key signature, which it's going to share with the A flat major. It's relative, so B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So the Dorian is raised scale degree 6. Phrygian is lowered scale degree 2. So I'm going to apply both of those things to get my combo. So raised 6 is going to be D flat becoming D natural. So we have scale degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for my lowered second, to get the Phrygian inflection, I'm going to lower that pitch as well. And then the rest of it is the minor, the notes from the pure minor, because these are most like minor with these additions. So we're going to put the minor key signature and make those alterations, and then we get our hybrid mode. So to create these hybrid scales, we have to know the characteristic note within each mode and just put them together.